Good morning. Someone is hyped. Good morning, Vietnam. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Hope you are all doing well. Hope you're doing well. Happy CPI Wednesday. Happy CPI Wednesday. Morning, guys. Alright, so a few things I was looking at to start. A few things I've been looking at. The first thing was our 4-hour bullish fair value gap here that we bounced from after we saw our big drop from CPI. And then what we did, if we look at the 1 hour, we formed this fair value gap above from CPI. We come up into it and then we start to drop. If we go down to the 5 and the 1 minute, we accumulate, we manipulate, and then now we are distributing down. And we do have a strong target of liquidity down here at these lows. If we look at the 1 hour, look how the 1 hour came down and we created a lot of equal lows down here. So now what I've been waiting for is our power of 3. I'm going to wait for OTE. So we see these lows getting taken out now. So what I'm going to wait for, yo, what's up, spiritual trader? What I'm going to wait for now is for us to create our swing low. And then what I'll do is I'll use my Fibonacci retracement from our swing low to our swing high up here. And then we'll wait for price to retrace back up into a premium of the range or up to 0.62, 0.79 area. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. So we've now broken structure. So I'm waiting for us to create that swing low down here, retrace back up. So the difficult thing about today, guys, is how many ticks we are moving at a time. It's going to be hard for us to have good risk management because of how much we are moving. How much we're moving, guys. We're moving quick, we're moving fast. So we don't have a lot of great opportunities for risk management to be great. It's kind of tough when we move like 100 ticks on a 1 minute candle, right? It's hard when we move like 50 to 100 ticks on a 1 minute candle. So what's good, Bryant? So we got to be patient. We got to wait. So now we're forming that swing. We just formed that swing low. Okay, so we broke structure to the downside. We formed the swing low. So now I'm still expecting shorts to come in, but I'm gonna wait and see if we retrace back up to VWAP, maybe back up to this order block. We'll see. I just want to find setups that have good risk management, good risk to reward. Obviously, our reward's gonna be there. We're gonna have great reward. It's just about getting our risk with good levels, because there's a lot of chances that we get stopped out pretty quick. Like I said, when we're moving so many ticks on one minute candle, we have to get our entries pretty exact. Our entries have to be pretty exact in order for us to keep our risk management correct. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be waiting for. So we formed a swing low right here. Let's see if we retrace all the way back up. I like that we broke structure. I wanted to see us break structure on the 5 minute though, but look how we formed this fair value gap above. So we could bounce off this 5 minute fair value gap as well. I just don't like that we didn't break structure to the downside on the 5 minute. Look how we just wicked down, didn't break structure. 15 minute didn't break structure either. So I wanted to see us break structure for me to get that confidence to go in the shorts. The one thing I do like though is that we formed this 5 minute fair value gap above that we definitely could see us bounce from and head down for the lows. Alright, but here's the issue, guys. If I want to enter right off of this fair value gap, it's kind of hard, because where's my stop going to be? I mean, we could keep a stop up at the top. That's like 65 ticks. You could keep a stop. I mean, that's not terrible risk management actually on the 5 minute. It's looking like we're trying to really drop from here. So now what we can do also, which is pretty nice, is now we form this 5-minute order block. And if we come down and we displace the low, and then we retrace up into that order block, that could be another level, another resistance level that we could take short. Again, I have my target liquidity down here at the lows, looking at the 1 hour time frame. Look at all these equal lows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have all these equal lows down here. We form the imbalance on the 1 hour, we trade up into it, and then we start trading down, right? And then on the 1 minute, we have this on the 1 minute we have this power of 3, accumulate, manipulate, distribution, right? So we've broken structure on the 1 minute, but we haven't broken structure on the 5 minute yet, or the 15. No, we're not in any trades right now. Not currently. I'm not in any trades right now currently. I want to wait for extra confirmation. Like I said, if you wanted to take the more aggressive entry, you could have entered the shorts off of this 5 minute fair value gap right when we entered. Which honestly is not a terrible trade, but the thing is, not waiting for that break of structure can definitely lead to getting faked out, right? So we see a break of structure on the 1 minute, but if I don't see that break of structure, I want to see it on a 15 minute and a 5 minute as well, right? We haven't gotten that on the 15 or the 5 minute. We've just wicked below these lows, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for right now. That's what I'm waiting for, because the other thing, guys, is we're still in this strong support level. We're in this 4 hour bullish imbalance. As we can see yesterday, if you guys remember, we bounced off that constant encroachment level of the 4 hour. Today we wicked all the way through, but then we respected it and came back up. Again, I still think that we look very bearish based off of this 1 hour. The 1 hour looks very bearish, but I'm not going to rush into any trades on a day like today without that extra confirmation, without the extra conviction in my trades. Okay, so the rewards there, guys. So my target is down here at the low, 1853.25. That's my overall target that I want to see price reach today. But we will see if we get the opportunity to get into a good trade. We will see. All right, we've taken out yesterday's high and yesterday's low now. We obviously look very bearish. We have a ton of liquidity down here, but the issue is we're in this daily bullish fair value gap still. We're in this 4 hour bullish fair value gap. So it might be a little bit of a struggle to try to push through this level. But in terms of the 1 hour, guys, if I'm looking at the 1 hour, we look very bearish. And the shorts still look very good. Okay, so I'm just kind of waiting. I'm going to be patient. Here. Honestly, this is not a day that you really want to just look at. The 1 minute is going to fake you out a lot on a day like today. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I first hopped on, is this power of 3. Right, that's why I have this right here. That's why I have this Fibonacci tool. We have our accumulation, our manipulation up, and our distribution down with the break of structure on the 1 minute. But we haven't seen the break of structure on the 5 minute or the 15 minute yet, so that's why I haven't entered into any trades yet. And also, if this is power of 3, I would wait for us to retrace back up to OTE, or at least up to the 50% to take it short. Alright, if you want to be aggressive though, shorts from here still look pretty good. But we only barely touched into that fair value gap. But again, we formed this order block here, so shorts could really step in here. Let's see if you got an entry now. It's kind of hard to have a stop loss at the right levels because 50 ticks is right here. I'd want to have my stop above this high, but that's like 85 ticks. I'm not going to do that, right? So this is the kind of day you really want to wait for confirmations. You really want to wait for for a break of structure on higher time frames. All right, those higher time frames are going to tell us a lot. I do like the structure of the 15-minute. I like that we manipulated up, grabbed liquidity, and we dropped pretty aggressively on this 15-minute candle. But here's my, I think shorts are going to step in here. But my one thing is my risk management. I don't want to keep getting stopped out of trades because I'm rushing entries and I have my stop too close. Right, so that's my advice today. Like I said, when we're moving like 50 to 100 ticks on 1 minute candles, it can be hard to get our risk management in the right spot. It can be hard to place our stops in the right spot. Yeah, exactly, Dylan. Risk management is key, so we do have to be very smart today. We got to be very smart today. So we already took out our sell side. If you look at the 1 hour on ES, notice how we took out our sell side on ES and we didn't on NQ. That's a big divergence there. That's a big divergence between NQ and ES. Right, and we also didn't displace the lows on ES. We just wicked down and grabbed liquidity and then came back up. Okay, so that's something I'm looking at as well. Okay, so we just touched more into that 5 minute. I'm still liking it. I'm still liking that we're bouncing off that 5 minute order block here. But if this is right, we have this power of 3. We still have a lot of chance to retrace a little bit higher, like up to VWAP. So again, I'm not going to rush into any trades, but my bias right now is still short. Still want to see us push through and grab sell side liquidity on NQ. Grab our external liquidity. Right, so if you wanted to get that short entry off that order block, off that touch up into that fair value gap, you could have. It's offering pretty good reward right now. Alright, if you wanted to get up off the top, you could have cut like 100 ticks there. But again, this is the kind of day that's going to fake you out a lot. It's going to try to fake you out a lot, right? You're going to see a lot of up and down, a lot of liquidity grabs on the internal liquidity grabs, a lot of fake outs. We're sitting on a support level, so we're going to have to push through that support. We're going to have to push through that 4 hour bullish fair value gap. I just want to see, oh, we got that break of structure on the 5 minute actually, so I do really like these shorts now. So now, since we got that break of structure, I definitely want to look for shorts. We haven't gotten on the 15 minute yet. We still have like 5 more minutes on the 15. My issue is if I get down here, like I don't have a good stop loss, guys. I don't want to get an entry down here. Right, if I was going to get an entry down here, like I would definitely go in very light. I'm going to go in very light the whole day anyways. Yeah, shorts look really good. If you want to be more aggressive, you could definitely get a short entry here, but I don't like entering at the bottom. But I do like that we broke structure on the 5 minute. We formed this 5 minute order block. We came back up into that fair value gap. We bounced. So shorts still look very good. It would be a very aggressive entry if you did get in the shorts here, though. Just because you're not going to have the best stop loss, and also we're at the bottom of this range, so I'd be careful, but I mean, as you can see, shorts are still trying to come in here. It would be really nice to see a breaker structure on our 15-minute. See our 15-minute come down and displace these lows here. And this is why it's risky to get in the shorts at the bottom of a range, right? It's riskier to get in the shorts when you're at the bottom. I'd rather get in the shorts when we're up at the top, right? If we were up here, I'd rather get in the shorts up here. Okay, we're also getting closer to lunchtime, so we have to be aware that we could retrace a little bit. Right, we could retrace more up into that 15 1 hour. That this fair value gap is on every time frame, right? CPI, big CPI fair value gap that will eventually get filled. But yeah, I mean, I keep getting tempted to get a short entry, but I'm not going to get in down here. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for that retracement. Okay, I really like the 5-minute though. This 5-minute time frame I love. It makes me really want to get a short entry. Okay, I do think shorts are going to drop here. Like that. Just like that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys got an entry anywhere up here, you're probably already at the point of taking some profit, right? We just wicked down and hit like 70 ticks, right? So if you guys got an entry up here, if you got one up here, you know, you're over 100 ticks at this point. If you got one down here, you're still over like 50, 60 ticks. So I would definitely think about taking some profit, scaling out a little bit, because look at that. Look at that. We still haven't broken structure on the 15-minute. Look how we come down on the 5-minute, we grab liquidity, and then we start to pump, right? Yeah, exactly. Bio said it the best. Not all trades are your trades, right? You don't need to be taking every single thing you see, because, like I said, this kind of day will fake you out. So the 15-minute breaker structure, I mean, is I want to see this 15-minute candle, the body, I want to see it close below these lows, below this low, right? Because we still haven't broken structure. If we were to close below these lows, I would consider that a break of structure. But we still have not done that. We have like 30 seconds left on this 15-minute. And we're trying to pump. Alright, so until we break structure, I don't have all my conviction. So like this, you could have definitely scalped that short for sure. You could have scalped that short. That's why I said to take profit at that point if you were in those shorts. So we still have, I mean, we took out this low, which is good. We didn't take out this low. So this is what I mean by fake outs, guys. We see this long wick up, grabbing liquidity, drop. And we expect the shorts to keep going, but then we see this long wick down, grabbing liquidity, pump. Okay, we still have these order blocks, so I still think shorts are good, but just don't want to get faked out today. Just because this is a strong level of support, as I said, this 4-hour bullish fair value gap. We're trying to push through right now, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, I'm just keeping my eyes on the 5 and the 15-minute on that hourly chart, because the 5 and the 15-minute will show us more clear and concise levels, right? The 1 minute will definitely fake us out a lot on a CPI or PPI day. On a day with a lot of news, the 1 minute will definitely fake you out with a lot of volatility. I still look at the 1 minute, but again, could definitely fake you out. It's 5 minutes all crazy right here. So we're kind of just accumulating right now. For now, yeah, I'm gonna be on at this time. Whenever Danny's done with his session, I'll hop on. So it's normally around 7:45 to 8 Pacific time. Yeah, guys, I'm still very tempted to hop in these shorts here. Look at those shorts going. Look at them going. See that 1 minute we keep dropping. But again, I'm not worried about missing out on this trade, guys, because we still have so much room down to here. Just because we break down doesn't mean we're not going to get retracement in order to catch the shorts still if they do come in. I mean, look at this. Let's see how many ticks our target is from where we're at right now. It's like 358 ticks, right? So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm just waiting, guys. I'm just waiting. As you can see, we're not really getting that follow through to the downside. We're still kind of just accumulating up and down. You see that strong bearish candle and then a strong bullish candle right back up. So yeah, that's another reason I'm not going to get in a trade when we're accumulating. And again, today is another day. If I do take a trade, I'll be going in very light. If I do take a trade today, guys, I will be going in very light. I will be trading micros today. Light for me is going to be like 4 to 8 micros today, guys. And then if I'm in a winning trade, and there's a spot that I could add into it, I will add into it, right? And maybe I'll go up to like 12, 16 micros. But other than that, I'm going to keep it 4 to 8 micros. Just because our stop losses are going to be, we're moving so much, and even if I go in 4 to 8 micros, I'm still going to be left with a lot of room. I'll still have a lot of room to run. Yeah, it depends on my account. So like for like 150K, right, which is what I'm doing, 150K will be like 2 minis is normally my full position. Again, I'm scaling in with 1 mini. I'm making sure my risk management is there. That's the only time that you can really scale. The only time you can scale in a little bit heavier on these kinds of accounts is if you actually know how to manage your risk. Okay, so we're starting to bounce now. We're really starting to bounce from this level. Like I said, we could still see shorts come in, right? So now that these longs are pumping, we'll see if we come up and grab some buy side, internal buy side liquidity, come up like we formed this low down here. This is our new low for that power of 3. So now we could come up to VWAP up to this order block up here and still bounce. My sizing for 50K, I normally like to keep it under like I would say the max that I'll ever do on a 50K is like 8 micros. But again, that's if your risk management is really good. I would keep it under 5 micros, honestly. I would probably keep it under 5 micros. The only time you should be trading like the only time I'll trade more than that on like a 50K is if I'm really being diligent about my, cutting my risk, and still holding to my plan of how much I'm willing to risk a day. Because I could still trade 8 micros on a 50K, but if that means I'm going to be able to take less losses than I normally would, right? So if I trade 8 micros, that means I would hit that loss limit quicker than if I traded 5 micros. But if you're trading 8 micros on a 50K and you're not thinking about your max loss limit, then why are you trading 8 micros? The only time you should ever scale up is if you're still sticking to your plan with your max loss limit, which just means if you scale up, you can take less losses. So you have to have that plan of how much you're willing to risk per day or per trade, right? So if you scale in 8 micros, you're gonna have a smaller stop loss, right? So that's why I do recommend to keep it light, keep it under 5 micros, because then you have more room for error. You have more room to take losses. Yeah, no, I mean, if you're trading minis, it's hard. On a 50K, it's going to be very easy to blow that account. Just because it only takes a few losses to blow that account, right? Yeah, so right now, guys, I'm really just going to be patient, really going to wait for my setup. I'm going to wait either till we retrace up to this 1-minute order block up to VWAP, or if we come up and grab some sell side or some buy side back into this 5-minute and we reject off this 5-minute again, right? But we still have this strong 5-minute order block right here. This order block right here is proven to be really strong, so we could still see us really bounce from here. I mean, pretty often I'm waiting for my setups. There's going to be some days where I hop on the live and the setup's already there, and I'll take it. Right? Maybe the setup happens in the first 5 minutes of my session. Maybe it takes an hour for that setup to come, right? So it just depends. It depends on market conditions, and it depends on if price action is showing me something clear where I have a good, concise trade plan with good risk management. And if that doesn't show up, then I won't take it. Right? Yesterday was an example where I definitely overtraded yesterday. I still ended the day in profit, but I took more trades than I'm used to because I got in that bad habit again, right? Where I was like, okay, I need to take a trade, I need to take a trade, I need to take a trade. But then, I ended up losing a lot of my profits because of that. Whereas if I stuck to my normal trading plan, and guys, I normally don't do this, right? When I stick to my trading plan, it's 2 to 3 trades at max, and I'm done. Okay, but I decided to take more than that, and then I paid the. I was feeling generous. Let's just say that I wanted to donate my money back to the market. But at least I cut it off while I was still in profit. Have you seen that movie Soul? I have seen that movie. That's the Pixar one, right? I think that's the Pixar one. If that's the one I'm thinking of, that's a really good movie. We're all generous sometimes. It's just the way you look at it, right? Glass half full. We're not purposely losing. No, we're just donating money back to the market. Because we're good people. I haven't seen the movie in a few years, so I don't remember that part. But yeah, I mean that's that's it's very true, and that definitely hits home, right? That's when it becomes that addiction, that gambling in the market is when you just keep thinking you have to take a trade, you have to take a trade, you have to take a trade. Yeah, you definitely get lost in it. You definitely get lost in it. So, I mean, yeah, like normal at this time, we died down in volume a little bit. So we're just pumping right now. We're filling that fair value gap. I want to see if we're going to get a bounce off VWAP, if we're going to come up to our OTE, if we're going to come up to this 1 minute order block, and if we're going to bounce. Yeah, that's right, that 15 minute here. This 15 minute right here, small fair value gap. And then the 5 minute. We definitely could see a bounce. We definitely could see us drop. But I want to see it extra confirmation. I want to see if we're going to go up to our OTE on the 1 minute. If we're going to come up to at least 0.5. Yes, me and Danny definitely trade very differently. We have very different styles. But I think that's, it's cool that you really get to figure out what kind of trader you are based on, me, Danny, and Tori. You can figure out what your style is. You can figure out if you're like me, if you're like Danny, if you're like Tori, if you're more conservative. Yeah, I mean, I am expecting the market to drop at FOMC minutes. I am expecting that. So you could be right. We could see a pump before that, but this is that OTE. FOMC minutes is this afternoon. I think it's at 2 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern. Definitely will be another very volatile time in the market. So you can trade open, market open. I mean, I traded market open all of last week. And I think me and Danny will probably be switching off, like trading market open, trading this time. I think it'll be more of like switching off. All right, we're pumping up into that 1 minute order block right now. We just touched that 1 minute order block. We're coming up to VWAP. I don't know. The structure looks very bullish right now. So in terms of power of 3 OTE, right, this would be the level I'd want to see us bounce, or I'd want to see us come up to 0.62, 0.79. Let's see, we disrespected the 5 minute fair value gap, which is not good for shorts. Disrespecting the 5 minute fair value gap is not good for shorts. I could see us pumping for a little bit now. We disrespected the 15 minute. All right, so we're looking kind of bullish right now. We'll see here. We'll see what we do on this 1 minute time frame. Yeah, you are right. You are right. I know. Yeah, my style definitely fits market open just because it's more conservative with higher volatility, more volume in the market. Right, I'm able to catch more risk to reward, better reward to my risk. But You know, I also like trading this time because it also slows it down for us, right? The market slows down. We can really be patient. It allows us to have that patience, even when we don't want to be patient, right? Okay, we're dropping pretty hard from that level. We are dropping very hard from that level. So that's that 1 minute order block I was talking about right at VWAP. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. So now if we form a fair value gap, or we trade back up into this order block we just formed, right, we could catch some good shorts with better management of our risk here. The only thing I don't like about this, guys, is that we disrespected our 5 minute and 15 minute bearish fair value gaps. That's the only thing I don't like about shorting right now. But again, we formed this 15 minute order block up here, and look at that bounce we just got from that level. So we'll see what we do here. If we don't form a fair value gap or an order block, then we'll see. Now, I consider this to be disrespected now. The fair value gap is now irrelevant to me, unless, right, it turns into a inverse fair value gap on the bullish side. If price respects it on the bullish side, we could see a pump. But we're still looking pretty bearish here. If price trades back up into this fair value gap, now I'm waiting for that entry. Now I'm waiting for that short entry. Right, if we see this fair value gap we just formed on the 1 minute. See if we trade back up into it. So that's that level I called out, right? This is the level we were talking about. We got it to bounce from exactly that level from that 1 minute order block. So yeah, I mean, our level's playing out right now, so I do like that. But now I have to wait for retracement for me to take a short. I'm not going to chase the shorts. I'm not going to get in down here. Then where's my stop loss going to be, right? I'm not going to chase the shorts at the bottom. I'm going to wait for retracement to catch it at the right level. Because we still disrespected this bearish fair value gap, right? But the one thing I do like is on the 15 minute, we traded back up into that 15 minute order block up here, and then we dropped. So I really do like that. I do like that for sure. Let's see if we retrace. If we retrace up into here and then we get a bounce, I'll look to get in the shorts. I'll look to get in the shorts at that point. Or if we come up and touch off this order block up top. One hour is pretty split, dead even right now. Alright, so we're kind of bouncing from order block to order block on the 15 minute. We have this order block here we're bouncing from this one. So again, this could be a fake out where we continue to pump. So I do need to see us touch into that fair value gap and then get a bounce from it for me to get in a trade. I'm not just going to get into a short position when we are pumping aggressively, right? I need to see us come up into this fair value gap and bounce for me to get in a position. Like I said, the 1 minute can be very deceiving, especially how that 5 minute just closed. We just created some equal lows down here, so we have some more liquidity down here, internal liquidity down here. We got liquidity down here, and then obviously our main target down here. But we have more levels. So I do like that we're setting up a lot of internal liquidity at the sell side. To me, which means we could manipulate up. We could be setting up for FOMC minutes or we could be setting up for right now. So if we come up into this level and we bounce, I will look for shorts. I just don't like this 5-minute time frame. Okay, we barely touched. No, we still didn't touch. We didn't even touch into that fair value gap. I want to see us actually touch into that fair value gap. Look at that. We just tapped up, created an equal high, and then we dropped. Alright, so it was a good reaction off that level. But when I get into a trade, I need to see us push up into that level a little more. Or at least touch up into it, right? I mean, it barely did, but it still created an equal high there. That's not enough for me. I mean, that's a good bounce. I don't know if anybody got an entry on that. Did anybody get an entry on that short? I didn't, but some people might have. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Good job, guys. We're coming down for that. Look at this liquidity I talked about, right? There, now we just grab that internal sell side. Right, yeah, so I just didn't get we didn't get to my entry. I wasn't going to force a trade unless we actually touch into that fair value gap. But if you did take that, well, definitely think about taking profit here. You know, that's 74 ticks. We're now at like 88 ticks on that, so I would definitely think about taking some profit at this point, and then, you know, we might come down. We'll probably try to target this low down here, and eventually this low down here, and eventually this low down here. We just displaced that low, which is big. So shorts look very good here. Shorts look very good. Yeah, if we would have whipped just a little bit into that, I would have got my entry, but we didn't do that, and we still have this area up here that we could still come up into this area for us to take it short. We could come up to this order block up here for us to take it short. But if you did get a short entry, I mean, these still look pretty good. I would definitely take profit, but I'd have my stop at break even at this point. But then I would hold down to the lows. I'd hold down to this low, these lows down here. Okay, we formed another 1 minute up here, right above an order block. That's another good entry point on a breakout. They're not really giving us an opportunity here to get an entry. They're not giving me an opportunity to get an entry here. Just want them to give me an opportunity here. Alright, so if I did get in on this, let's say we were tracing to this 1 minute right here, this is still an aggressive entry because we still could retrace back up to this 1 minute fair value gap up here. Okay, but I do like that we formed this order block here, we formed this fair value gap, we're trying to form this order block here. So if I get that retracement, I'll look for an entry. Alright, you could get an entry off of this 1 minute order block right here as well. If it's not going to retrace, you could also get an entry off of this one. I'm thinking about even getting an entry off of this order block here, but again, like I said, you could get an entry off this 1 minute order block that we're bouncing from right now. I just don't want to get in a trade for us just to come up and retrace into the level I originally had planned. But if you're being more aggressive today, that's the entry you want, right? You could take it off that 1 minute order block, take it down to the short. See what we're doing on our 5 minute. 5 minute close pretty aggressively down. That's a good sign. Still didn't displace these lows though. Again, guys, if we get retracement up to this fair value gap, I'm going to look for an entry. But notice how I'm still giving you guys levels to enter off of, even though I'm not entering, just in case your style is more aggressive than mine and you want to get more aggressive entries. You know, I'm telling you, these are the levels we bounce from, or these order blocks that we form after breakouts, after breaks of structure. But the more conservative approach, which is what the approach I take, would be waiting for price to retrace up into the fair value gap and grab some buy side liquidity first, and then to get short. The more aggressive entry would be taking it off of the order blocks that we form when we're down here, right? I'm not in anything yet, guys. I'm waiting for that retracement. I want to see us retrace up into this fair value gap first. Again, they're not really giving us any opportunity for me to get an entry yet. But if we retrace into this fair value gap and we get a bounce, I'll look to take it short. Like I said, if you got that entry off this order block, a more aggressive entry, it's still, to me, that's still a solid entry. I just want to wait and see if we come up to this level first. Let's see if we got an entry here. I mean, our stop, we wouldn't have a great level because then we could still really retrace because we haven't broken structure yet to the downside. We still haven't broken these lows. Notice how we're struggling at these lows to break through. But now that price is moving a little bit slower, guys, we have better opportunities for risk management. Because now my 50 tick stop loss looks a little bit better. Man, I don't even know if we're going to retrace. We might just really drop from here. So 1 minute order block's being pretty strong right now. We'll see. We'll see. We're really consolidating at this level. But I think we're preparing for a breakthrough of these lows. I think we're about to break through these lows. Yeah, we just displaced. We're going to drop. I think we're going to drop. We didn't technically. We kind of closed at the same point, but I think we're going to drop here. Who got an entry? Who got an entry on this one I just called out? Anybody? All right, that's another take profit level right there. If you got an entry off of this order block, all right, it's the first TP, 63 ticks about. Yep, I told you guys, if you're more aggressive, I'm calling out these entries for you, even if I'm not taking them. Nice. Yeah, guys, I told you. I mean, I told you price is gonna drop. I was just waiting for a little bit more, just a little bit more. But I still want you guys to be able to catch good trades, right? So if you wanted to take that trade, man, solid, solid. Right, the next target would be this low down here. This would be my next target down here. Alright, so our analysis so far has been pretty on point. Pretty on point for us. Alright, that next level would be this low down here. That's the next target I would take. Your entry, Tempest, your entry was at 171. Ooh, you got in all the way up here? You're still holding? Nice. Let's go. Dude, how many ticks is that? 171. Dude, that's like 180 ticks so far. Let's go. Let's go. Good stuff, guys. See, you guys are still killing it. Even though I'm not taking any trades, you guys are still killing it, right? Got in, Carl, you got in at 155. Great entry as well. 155. So you've hit over 100. You've hit like 119 ticks. Good stuff. Good stuff. I love it. I love it. Okay, again, if you're more aggressive, we retrace into this order block here, you take it short. If you're more aggressive, you retrace in this order block, that's another short entry. If you're more conservative like me, you wait for us to come up and take buy side liquidity first, and then go in shorts. All right? But if you're more aggressive, you can keep cashing out on this trade. You can keep cashing out on this trade. Like look how I just said, if we bounce off this order block, it's another aggressive entry. We could see a drop. I'm more conservative. I want to see us come up to this fair value gap. I want to see us grab some internal buy side after this breakout. Yeah, all these order blocks have been hitting so far, so if we do see another strong bounce from this order block, I'll look for a short entry. It's just the risk management is going to be tougher. It'll be tougher for risk management wise, but if we do get a bounce, I'll look for a short entry off this order block. Okay, this is what I'm talking about here, right? This is my conservative approach. Waiting to see if we come up and grab buy side liquidity. Or use our fib on this dealing range. 0.5 up here is at this 1 minute order block up here. Alright, so we definitely could retrace up to this 1 minute order block up here. I like that bounce. I like that bounce, but we're creating more buy side liquidity here. Let's see this. Another pretty solid short entry from this level off this order block. When you see a price wick up like that and fail to break the highs, that's another indication of showing weakness to the buy side, and you could definitely see a drop from that level. Again, I'm just waiting, just because we're generating more buy side liquidity up here. I want to see us come take that out first. And I want to see if we're going to come up to that 0.5, up to that 1 minute order block up top, or if we're going to come up to this fair value gap here. We might just keep dropping, honestly. See, this 5 minutes about to close. We created liquidity up here. I want to see if this 5 minutes is going to come up. But we created a 5 minute order block here, guys, so we might just see price drop from here. Yeah, I like these shorts still. I like these shorts still, guys, but I just won't have a good entry from down here. I won't have a good entry from down here. And like I said, we generated liquidity up here. I want to see if we're going to come grab that first. But another aggressive entry is when you see a 5 minute order block like this form and price trades up just above it, I normally expect a drop. When price trades just above that 5 minute order block, I would expect a drop. But again, we created buy-side liquidity up here with the 1 minute fair value gap, so I'm still waiting to see if we're going to go push up for that. And if we come up to this level, I will be very excited. I will be very excited if we come up to this level. Oh, 15-minute looks extremely bearish. 5-minute looks extremely bearish. This 5-minute order block we just formed, guys, when we see a breakout like this, aggressive breakout to the downside, breakdown, and then you see an order block form, typically price will react right off that order block. Okay, but when I said we have buy side up here, I'm expecting price to possibly come up and grab that buy side before we drop. Right? I want to see us come up and grab that buy side first. All these equal highs up here, I want to see us grab those, possibly come up to this order block up here and then take it short. Because then my risk management plan will be there. I'll have more reward to my risk. You know, eventually trying to catch it all the way down to here. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Just waiting around. Gonna be patient. I know a lot of you have already caught some pretty solid trades off of these shorts. A lot of you are probably cashing out some good trades here. All right, so don't be like I was yesterday. Don't go and lose most of your profits, right? Take my day yesterday as a learning lesson. Come on, let's see if we go up. We're not going up. Here we go. Now we're starting to go up. Are we going to create another equal high, or are we going to actually come grab this buy side? Looks like we're trying to form another equal high. I still think we're going to try to go grab buy side here. No, I don't use Bookmap or Footprint. Let's see. Whoa. Let's come up, grab that internal buy side, fill the fair value gap, and let's go short. Or we'll just drop now. Whatever you want to do, NQ, that's up to you. That's up to you. Man, so every time we come up and retest a level like this and create another relatively equal high, that just tells me that eventually we're going to come up. We're going to come up and we're going to grab that liquidity. All right, this is just generation of liquidity. We're generating a bunch of stop orders up here, a bunch of limit orders. So this is just setting people up, right, for failure. So that's why I wait for us to come up and grab all that liquidity, so then I can get in when all of the big boys are getting in. Now, this is when all the big boys are getting in because they're waiting for everybody else to get stopped out. But again, we're not trying to grab it right now. We're still trying to drop, but when I see that happen, I'm not going to go in short until I see us come up and grab that liquidity. All right, you might look at it as this order block is really strong. This is a strong resistance level, so I'm going to keep shorting it, and that's cool. I understand that thought process, and it has probably worked out for you so far, right? And it does work like that, right? We do see order blocks continue to act as a support or resistance, but the more times it's tested and the more equal highs we create, the more liquidity is now up here, so now I'm expecting us to come up and grab that. I'm expecting us to come up and grab that liquidity. Oh, Beetlejuice. Normally I wait for a reaction because if we pump super aggressively, I'm not just going to get in a short entry, right? Like I said, I don't want to get a short entry off an aggressive bullish candle for us just to blow through my stop loss. But if we do come grab liquidity and then we wick back down and we don't displace the highs, that's that confirmation that I'm going to get in the shorts. Right, but if we displace the highs with momentum, I'm not going to get in a short position. I want to see us grab that liquidity and then start to get a reaction back down. So we're inching up towards that level, and again, guys, we could still retrace up to this 0.5 level of our range, up to this 1 minute order block up here, possibly even up to this 1 minute fair value gap. So this is still for me more aggressive of an entry, but I still like this entry. They're just not letting us get to it. They don't want us to win. They don't want to see me winning, as Kodak Black once said. Exactly, see? You get it. You get it. And that takes me back to my high school years. I would listen to that song before I'd go out for my baseball game. Get me hyped. Yeah, 20. Yeah, it was. It was. I miss that. I miss that time. I miss old rap. I can't listen to the new stuff. I can't listen to new rap. I just don't like it. I miss the 90s, the early 2000 rap. Even just like late 20, like even the early 2010s. I haven't placed the limit because I want to see if we're going to grab that liquidity and react. I don't want to get in, like I said, off an aggressive bullish candle. I want to see us grab it and then react. So that's why I'm not placing a limit order. Rather, I'll buy in market if we see that reaction off this level. Again, we could pump up all the way to this order block, so that's why I'm waiting as well. Let's see if we get that strong reaction. I'll look to go in short here. Okay, I just got in short, guys. I just got in short. Very light position here. Very, very light position. Just because we still could retrace up a little bit higher. Right, 18,145.50 is my entry. Oops. 145.50 is my entry. Okay, so my stop is going to be... I'm going to keep it at like 45 ticks here. 18.15675. And then if we do pump up above and grab my stop, I'll look for a re-entry, just because like I said, we could still pump up into this order block up here, the 0.5 of that range. So be aware of that, right? You got to be aware of that. First TP is down here. So right now I have my first TP at like 80 ticks. Again, if you're more aggressive or you're less aggressive, you want to just take profit at a 1-to-1, and you have like a 45 tick stop, you could take a 1-to-1 at 45 ticks. But I want to see us drop to this low. Okay, so I have my stop at 45 ticks, and again, I'll probably start to adjust it the more we drop. And I kind of want to add to my position here. I just added into my position. Okay, so now my entry moved down a lot, down to 142. 142. Okay, so now I'm going to move my stop down just above the fair value gap, still keeping it at 45 ticks, but at 5.325. Okay, but it's still above this fair value gap, but I wanted to add into the position. So now my first TP is 67 ticks down here at this low. Alright, so my first TP is down here at this low. I really like how we grabbed that liquidity, how we set up for this trade. So now I like that 5-minute candle a lot. Whoa, voice crack. I like that 5-minute candle a lot. I really do like this setup. I love that we grabbed liquidity and instantly got a reaction back down. Alright, so this would be my first TP, this would be my full TP down here. Again, remember, like I said, we still could come up to this 0.5, up to our 1-minute order block. So that's why I'm still in micros. Right, so even if I get stopped out, that's okay. Like, I want to see a reaction, but we're not getting that reaction now. We're starting to see us pump here. Wow, yeah, aggressive pump off that. The 5-minute is now just pumping up to my stop loss. We are now just pumping up, and now we just took me out there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So now I'm looking for an entry off of this level up here. Now I'm looking for an entry off this level up here. But if we continue to be this aggressive, then I'm not going to take anything. Wow, that is an aggressive bullish candle. I finally got the entry I wanted, and then that happens. Everything was looking good. Well, that's the reality of it. That's the reality. Okay, so now we're up to that 1-minute order block. Still looking very bullish. So I would have to see a very strong reaction off this 1 minute to go in short. Let's see if we get a reaction. Remember, we still have this 1 minute up here. So now that 1 minute has been disrespected. So let's see what we do once we come up to this level. Okay, so now we filled up to 0.5 of that dealing range. Okay, so now I want to see a strong reaction down for me to get in the shorts, either off this order block or off this fair value gap up here. And if we continue to pump through, guys, I'm not going to look for a short entry, obviously. If we continue to be this aggressive to the high side, I'm not going to look for a short entry. Because that means we're probably just setting up for our news, right? We'll probably just set up for our news in like 2 hours. I do like that reaction off the 1 minute. I just don't like how bullish we're looking here. But I do like that reaction off that fair value gap on the 1 minute. So if we do start to see a little bit of a drop, I'll still look for shorts because this was my target. We still have this 1 minute order block. We've now filled up into a premium of this dealing range. I like that reaction a lot. Alright, I just got in the shorts, guys. I just got in the shorts, and this is still a little bit of an aggressive entry, just because we're looking pretty bullish. But again, we came up and we grabbed liquidity. We came up to our premium. So I want to see if we're now going to drop. So this is an aggressive entry. If you don't want to take this, I understand. 5875 is my entry. I'm going to keep my stop up above, like 45 ticks again, up above this fair value gap. I'll probably look to try to just scalp this one. Let's see what happens. That's a good drop to start. That's a really good drop to start. So my stop is going to be at, wow, look at that drop. Look at that drop. Guys, I think we've hit a 1-to-1 already. We're about to hit a 1-to-1. Look at that drop. Okay, I want to keep holding this. Again, if you want to take that 1-to-1, take that profit now. Take that profit now. Take that profit now. Okay, we just came all the way back down. I want to see us come all the way down to this low. But yeah, don't be greedy here, guys. If you want to take that profit, take that profit. I mean, we just hit 55 ticks already. We just hit 55 ticks already. So our entry was perfect on that. I mean, we could have had it better, but I haven't done anything yet, just because I still want to see us, after a move like that, after a strong reaction off this order block, I still want to end this fair value gap. I still want to see us continue to the downside. But again, the longs still have potential here, so be careful here. If you want to take that profit, you can. We'll see if we react off this fair value gap here. I think we really could drop down to these lows. But again, take that profit, move that stop to break even. We'll see here. We'll see here what we do. Like I only got in 4 micros on that trade, guys. I only got in 4 micros on that trade. I didn't even have time to add into my position. Yeah, guys, we're short from all the way up here. Shorts still are looking pretty solid here. Again, we're back down to that 1-to-1. If you want to take profit, take profit. I'm going to move my stop loss down at this point, like down to this high up here. And I want to see us drop down to this low. I want to see us drop down to this low. All right, take that profit though. We've already hit more than a 1-to-1. We've already hit 60 ticks. Alright, let's see if we're going to drop from here. Would love to see a drop from here after that aggressive drop on the 5-minute, aggressive drop on the 15-minute. I want to see us come down and take out this low. Okay, so I just added to my position off this order block just now. So my entry moved way down. Okay, my entry moved way down, but I'm taking that risk because I want to see us come down, and I still will have a high reward on this trade. Okay, but our original entry is all the way up here. We really got to push through this accumulation range, this order block right here. This is key. We got to push through this order block. So far from our original entry, we've already hit 74 ticks, make that 80 ticks. If we can push through this order block, I want to see us come all the way down to this low. I want to see us keep dropping here. Keep dropping. See, this is that order block I was talking about, guys. That's what I was worried about here. This 1 minute was the only thing I was worried about trying to push through, because we have a strong order block. See that bounce that we had? This is that order block right here. So what we need to see now is either a bounce off of this 1 minute, or for us to come up into this fair value gap and then drop. The 15 minute still looks very bearish, guys. 15 minutes still looks very bearish. If we push through this level, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So full target would be these lows down at like 203 ticks. There we go. There we go. You could also take TP here if you want. You could also take TP here if you want. You could take TP here. I'm holding down to this low. Look at that drop there, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's 106 ticks from our entry. 106 ticks from our entry so far. 106 ticks from our entry. Okay, I'm going to take some profit here. Alright, I just took some profit there. Just took some profit. I just took some profit. Alright, I'm still holding though. I'm still holding, but I wanted to make sure I took profit just in case we bounce from this level here. Just in case this acts as strong support. I took some profit. And guys, my entry moved way, way down. It's like up here. So I'm just going to move my stop to break even now. And if we come back up, oh well. Oh well. Okay, so my full TP, I'm trying to hold all the way down to this low, to this liquidity level down here. All the way down to like 18,108. Alright guys, that's 126 ticks from our original entry. 126 ticks from our original entry here. That's what I'm talking about. Who caught this with me? Who's in this trade with me, guys? Who caught this? Who caught this? I want to see everybody that caught this. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Look at this patience. Look what our patience did for us. Okay, we got stopped out of one. We came back, we waited for another entry, and then we got in at the top, and we cut it all the way down. Like I said, I'm holding my stop all the way down now at 18,146.25. 146.25. That's because I added around here, and that moved my break even all the way down because I added a little bit heavier into the position. But that's the risk I was willing to take on that trade. Right, but again, if your entry's still up here, you could still hold at break even if you want, or you could move that stop down into profit. Let's look at our 5. Look how that 15-minute closed, guys. Look how that 15-minute closed. That's what I'm talking about. So I wish I had my stop a little bit higher, but I'm going to keep it down at 18,146.25. And I'm going to see if this one's going to drop a little bit lower. I'm going to see if we're going to drop all the way down to 18,108. For like 200 ticks. That would be ideal. But like I said, this is why I sold down here. Just because this could be a level of support. I got rid of some of my contracts. Just in case we got to bounce from that level. There we go, Mio. There we go, Radical Whooper. Let's go. Nice. Nice. See, that's why I sold at that spot, right? That's why I took profit down here, because this could act as an order block. This could act as support. That's why I sold some of my position. Again, still holding some of my position with my stop at 18,14625. 18,14625. I still would want to let this trade run. Like, if my break even didn't move all the way down, I would be still holding my stop, probably in profit above this order block. But that's the reality of adding into a heavier position when you're already down here. Right, because I didn't even get the chance to add into a full up here because we dropped aggressively, so I waited until we got down here, then I added into a full, which then obviously moved my break even way down. But at the same time, you know, it makes up for it because we ended up dropping. We ended up dropping very hard, so. See that 5 minute is struggling to push through. We're struggling to push through this level here. It is acting as pretty strong support right now. Alright guys, I'm still holding this. I want to let it ride. Just because there's so much potential still to the downside. We still have so much sell side liquidity that we can take out. Alright, because we're still before the news, I don't know if we're going to come all the way down for our daily objective down here. I don't think we'll come down for our daily objective just yet. But I at least want to see if we'll come down and take out this objective down here at this sell side liquidity level. Okay, we're coming back up to that 1 minute order block. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it wants to stop me out or if we want to get just a dump from here. Maybe I should take another break. Maybe I should take a bathroom break. Come on, don't take me out. Don't stop me out. Don't stop me out. Just go down, just drop. Like the market knows it wants to drop, and it's just messing with me right now. It's playing with my emotions. It's playing with my emotions. It's like, no, we're gonna drop, but we just wanna mess with you first. We just wanna mess with you first before it happens. Especially me, they really like to mess with my emotions. They're like, we gotta rattle this guy. We gotta rattle this guy. They're like, we're gonna go up and we're gonna stop you out by 1 tick, and then we're gonna drop and hit your objective down at 200 ticks. Come on and drop. Drop. Sorry guys, I didn't say, but this also could be a good place to add, right? To add into your position if you don't mind your break even moving down, right? Once we touch into that 1 minute order block, another strong level to add. But we still got to break through this support level. It always feels longer when I'm in a trade, right? I think that's just because I hold trades for longer. It's because I like to let my trades run. Guys, I'm debating. What do you guys think? Should I move my stop just to this high here? Or should I leave it? Should I move it down to like 18.14150? Or should I leave it at 18.14625? I'm gonna let you guys call this one. What do you think? Uh-oh. Leave it, move it, get your profits. Oh yeah, oh yeah, keep going. Alright, I'm gonna move it down. I'm gonna move it down. I'm gonna put it at 18.142. 18.142. Triple your position. I just moved it to 18.142. Just, you know, just in case if we pump up, you know, I get stopped out, I'll at least catch it in profit. I'll at least get stopped in profit, right? Because we still failed to break structure here. We still keep failing to break structure, or not break structure, but yeah, displace this low. Five-minute order block here. Remember what I said. Remember what I said about the 5-minute order blocks, guys. Man, this is the kind of order block I want to see for price to keep dropping. Long wick up, drop, price trades up above, drop. But this is showing to be a very strong support level. So we'll see if we can break through it. Uh-oh, did we get divergence? We also just got some SMT divergence, just barely. ES didn't break that low. NQ took out that low and then wicked back up. So either way, guys, if it stops me out, I'll be in profit. If it drops, we'll catch 200 ticks. Sounds like a win-win to me, am I right? Sounds like a win-win to me. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Stonk Time. Just drop. Yeah, so we've hit like 128 ticks from our original entry. 128 ticks from our original entry. Pretty sweet trade. Like I said, now it's just messing with me. Playing with my emotions. Uh-oh, we're gonna come up. We're gonna come up and stop me out. What do you guys think? You think we're gonna come up and stop me out? Do we think longs are gonna step in, or do we think shorts will come back? Again, we generated more liquidity here, so eventually I do see us coming back down to these shorts. But we could see a move back up before that happens, right? Yeah, exactly. Engineering sell-side liquidity. That's exactly what's happening right now. We're engineering internal sell-side liquidity here. So we're about to come stop me out. And then I still expect us to come back down and grab this sell-side, though. I still expect us to come back down and grab sell-side. So we'll see here. We could have another opportunity for a trade. And I'm almost out. Oh. Alright, I'm out now. I am out. Solid trade there, guys. Solid trade. Man, that was awesome. That was awesome. So now we have created more sell-side liquidity down here. So now we're going to see, will price come back and bounce from maybe this order block? Or are we going to keep going, try to come back all the way back up to this level? I still love these shorts, guys. Overall, I still love the shorts, but we might not take them out until we have FOMC minutes in about an hour and 45 minutes. Let's see. Remember, this is a strong order block here. Strong order block, but we're showing a lot of bullish momentum. Look at that. Look at those longs. Okay, so I probably won't look for anything else right now. I'll probably wait to take any other trades currently. So we also formed this 1 minute up here. Man, why am I still so tempted to go in the shorts? Like when I see engineered liquidity like this, I'm like the shorts have to come back. You know what I mean? The shorts have to come back. But at the same time, I'm not going to overtrade. I'm not going to force any setups. But I will take setups when I see them. Just like we took this one. But, you know, we got a pretty strong reaction here on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. But I still think shorts will come back. I think the shorts will come back, guys. Eventually. Yeah, 10-year bond auction is coming up pretty soon at 1 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, so about 30 minutes. So we got news. I'll probably stop for now, guys. I'll probably call it from here. And take a little break, eat some food, go get some sunshine. It's a nice 80 degrees today in sunny Southern California. I'm loving it. But yeah, probably hop off here. Caught a great trade. We don't need to overdo it. Alright guys, so that'll be it for me right now, and then I'll let you know if I do see any more setups that I'm going to take. I will let you know. Just be careful with FOMC minutes with our bond auction coming out. We've got some news coming out, so take care of those accounts. This was a good time to trade because we had less volatility, good setups. Right, so take care of those accounts, please. Please, please, please. Alright everybody, thanks for joining up today. I really appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your Wednesday if you don't hear from me again. You might hear from me about certain trades in the future today. If not, God bless everybody. Enjoy your day. Alright, I'm going to hop off now. But I will catch you all. I'll catch you all tomorrow, alright? Alright, guys. Have a good one. Peace.